Pleasures responds, and his response to me saying that I wanted to sell all the pleasures is burn it all. Burn it all.
I never.
Let me tell you something.
I'm so scared of
Let me tell you
ghosts.
something about ghosts.
Ghosts are real.
Ghosts are real.
Do you guys have ghost stories? Like, I have real ones.
I don't, but I do think that ghosts are real. I think it was the movie The Sixth Sense that kind of made me feel like, okay.
I don't have a ghost story.
And
I have a
theory?
Lasso.
Saging story.
Oh.
Which is spiritual.
Bro, American Express has called me 94 times.
Can I tell my sage story?
Sure. Is it scary? Because I don't like being scared.
It was pretty scary. Okay, so hear it out. I was at our old warehouse.
Okay.
So for those of you who don't know, I like to say that.
Friends of the show.
We had an old warehouse where me and Larry did sales and distribution out of for streetwear brands, Homfin being the biggest brand that we carried. So I'd been living in the warehouse probably maybe 2 years, Larry. What do you think? You remember the story?
Yep.
It's been like 2 years maybe. And I have sage. I don't remember how I got it, but I had some sage. And I'm like, I'm going to sage the house. So from what I've been told, you just light the sage and then you walk around the house.
That's it?
And you pray and you walk around the house and you just you have to walk, from what I've been told, you have to walk the whole perimeter.
Mm-hmm. Outside?
Inside.
Oh.
You walk the perimeter while praying. And then when you're done, you open the door.
Which is what lets it out?
Lets it out. Okay. So I light the sage, praying, walking around the entire warehouse, up and down all the aisles of clothes, bathroom, kitchen, my bedroom, just praying over it. Whatever in the last 2 years has entered the room, I'm asking God, like, get it out. Need it to be gone. Okay?
Yeah.
I open the door. Now, the back door to my warehouse is a parking garage that's secluded to just the residents.
Yeah.
I open the door. Boom. Car alarm starts going off instantly. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, there's no way. So I go to this car. It's like an Expedition. It's like a 2002 Expedition. There's no one there.
Yeah.
I'm just walking around this car and there's nobody around. It's just going off. So a couple minutes had gone by and the owner comes downstairs and he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell him, I'm saging in my house. For the evil spirits to leave. Like, I'm not going to say, he's going to think I'm weird, which is okay. Like you can think I'm weird, whatever.
But
like,
I'd rather not.
When it comes to religion, I'm used to like, I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
I like other people's point of views. But in this scenario, I'm just like, I don't know. It started going off, so I opened the back door.
Right.
So he's sitting there and he's hitting his alarm. Nothing, it's not going off. He's opening the door and closing it and hitting his alarm, and it's not going off. He pops the hood and he's got his head in the hood trying to figure out why it won't stop.
I thought he was about to disconnect the battery.
Turns the car on. It's like revving it. Hood's popped. Alarm's going off.
Is this an old Expedition or a newer one?
It's like a 2002. So it's like the right after the bubble out ones, like the bubbly ones, like the Tahoes and stuff.
Yeah.
Won't go off. So I don't know, however long an alarm goes on for until it turns off, and then it turns off.
Okay.
And we're just kind of standing there staring at each other. I'm like, okay, this is awkward. So I go inside. Okay. So now I'm inside and I left the sage on this ashtray. So there's just like a little bit left of sage. I don't know how long you're supposed to burn these things for.
Right.
So I just put it on this ashtray. And then, after I opened the door and it went off, I go back, I put it down, and I go outside to see why the alarm's going off. I come back in, I close the door, and I'm sitting in my room, still kind of confused. And then, the ashtray explodes. It exploded. I looked at it, and the smoke, there's a little trail of smoke. So the smoke stopped, and then the ashtray exploded.
Yeah.
Like when I say exploded, it's sitting on like this tall, like 4-foot speaker.
What was the ashtray made of?
It was just like one of those,
like porcelain?
It's like Dave and Buster's blue glass. It's like clear blue glass. It's like this big. And it exploded into pieces and shot all over my bed, the floor, shards everywhere. And then the thing just fell on the ground. And I don't know.
Because technically the sage is burning so hot and it's on the glass and it's heating the glass up, which I guess could make it explode. But I feel like the odds of that are not
like
very
how many
high,
times have you seen people put cigars and just things on ashtrays and let them just burn?
Does sage burn hotter?
I don't know.
I don't think
It was
so.
my first time to do
a
this, and it was for sure my last time. I'm not doing that shit again.
No.
I don't know if I did the right thing or the wrong thing. Whatever I did, it aggravated whoever that person was.
Here's what I just realized with that story. You lit the sage and then you open the door. The spirit set off that car alarm, but then you let it back into the house and then you put the sage onto the ashtray and then it broke the ashtray. So I think when that something happening during that car alarm going off, you let it out and then let it back in.
And then he basically was like, fuck you.
Yeah. And he's like, put this out.
Have y'all ever dealt with sage before?
No. Now never will.
I mean, I have a bundle in my bathroom right now.
Now hear me out.
But not burnt, right?
You've burnt it in the house before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Now, is that
yeah.
to get a certain smell away from the kids, or is that because you guys do that?
Yep. Has nothing to do with spirits.
It's like an incense, just
Yeah.
kind of like kill the smoke.
Yep.
Okay, so you don't never prayed and done that.
No.
Okay,
I used to have a roommate that did, which is where I became familiar with it. It was my roommate's girlfriend. She was Native American, and she was like super, super into burning sage, and so that's where I became familiar with
smells
it.
nice.
Does it? What
it's-
does it smell like? I was gonna ask. I don't know what it smells like.
It has a very musky smell. So a lot of people don't like it.
Like
As a
Tom
matter of
Ford?
fact, if you go to Venice Beach always smells like sage because there's always hippies out there selling bundles of sage, like tabletops, like little street vendor
What
with
is
bundles of
sage
sage.
exactly?
It's just a
It's a
plant,
leaf,
right?
yeah.
Just dried.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Don't you cook with sage also?
I'm sure you can, yeah.
yeah, if you're doing
Like-
witchcraft.
No, I'm talking about like bay leaves and shit.
Exactly,
Like that. You know,
yeah,
you drop
it's
a
like a
bay
little-
leaf in. I feel like sage is. Bro, hold on.
It's one of those. It's in a couple. Sage is in a couple recipes.
Now-
Oh no, my phone's fallen. This hasn't happened on a podcast yet. What happens when that happens? Do I just leave it?
Are you deep in there?
No, it's all the way out here.
Now you got to get it.
Oh,
Assistant Michael.
But then I found out later, which I don't know if it's true because I never really done history or on it, but I also found out sage is like a form of witchcraft as well.
It
so
is.
it's like,
But can I tell you something that's just horrible just happened to me right now?
what has happened?
All right. So, you know, Chet Holmgren, he's been trying to get me to get him size 15 shoes for a minute.
He's literally
And
laying in a
he-
bed in hospital
And
and
he
can't
wants
move.
Travis Scott's, right? Travis Scott low, like Jordan 1 lows, right?
Right.
He's been asking for him. So I finally found a Travis Fragment size 15.
Nice. It's like
Got it.
that's a unicorn, by the way, guys.
Okay. Just came to the store, right?
Right.
Just landed here.
Boom.
Took pictures of it downstairs. Message just came back right now. I have a pair of those already.
so you did all of that, and he's already got.
But
it.
wait, did he just say in general or that specific?
I think he's just in general.
One thing you got to understand about these ball players, I'm going to tell you right now, is they love sneakers, but they don't have time to keep up with all the names and colors and stuff. So a lot of them forget what everything is. So when they ask you for something, they might sometimes be asking for the wrong thing.
He's a young buck though.
So you think he's
a
like-
rookie. He knows.
he watches all
he's
the-
like
all the
21 years
IGs and
old.
everything.
Yeah, but okay, he just messaged again, and he just said,
What was that?
"I have a pair of those already, but I might need a fresh one. What are you thinking?"
Be like, yeah, I think you need a fresh one too, big dog. It's always good to have one.
Should
on
I say
ice.
that back? I'm thinking you need a fresh one.
I'm thinking that too, Biggie. He was tall.
Super dope.
Have you ever looked up at a giant? Because that's how I felt when I met him.
he was super tall.
Like there was hundreds of people at our booth, and if you were to just stand back and look at our booth, it's like all these people, and then there's just him, 2 feet taller than everybody.
That was the thing. Is like he was with a bunch of tall people, and he was still like a foot taller than
Bro.
everybody else around.
Yeah, bro. He's like KD tall.
Yeah.
I hope he gets a speedy recovery, man.
Yeah.
Sad.
And it wasn't even that bad. It was just like a back step, and then he tried to like walk it off and realized he couldn't. I saw the clip. I hate seeing stuff like that when it happens to like a newer, younger drafted person
Yeah.
before they
But
can
that's the thing-
actually show their
But that's
potential.
the thing with being tall, like that tall. I
Yeah.
feel like you're prone to like leg injuries.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. It's hard to keep the balance.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about how I was thinking about Fat Joe because I went and did whenever I take the photo was in the middle of Fat Joe's situation.
I mean, speaking of sneakers, I mean, we just wrapped up a pretty cool
There you go.
sneaker episode. No one can tell me anything because I leaned back with Fat Joe.
I lean back.
I feel like very few people can say that they've done the lean back with Fat Joe.
Yeah.
He's not even fat.
Well, it's because he lost all the weight.
That's why I kept calling him Joey. So Fat Joe, like storytelling, told me some crazy things.
Did you see his watch?
Yeah, pristine.
Pristine Jewelers.
It's crazy.
Just overly over the top.
And when he was talking about that Luther Vandross and like seeing him, it reminded me of one time I was at American Airlines and I walked in and I had floor seats and it was like Rick Ross was opening for someone.
Okay.
And Rick Ross it was back when there were those, it was cool to have those thick diamond bracelets where they were like that wide and it was just a band all the way around.
Was that when they did like the Marc Jacobs with the blue and yellow and red faces, or is that something different?
No, it's probably around then, but I'm talking about just a bracelet.
Just a band.
Just
yeah,
a
it's
bracelet,
just
not a watch.
diamond.
Not a watch at all.
Yes,
just the bracelet. And I remember walking past him on stage and he had it and it was just hidden.
Boozy still wears that. Boozy has the yellow diamond yellow one that's like real thick.
Yeah,
it almost
thick,
looks
yes.
like an athletic cuff.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like an
And
armband.
yeah, like an armband. Boozy still wears his.
Yeah, that's OG shit.
Man, they need to stop messing with Boozy, bro. I keep seeing like him getting messed with on the internet.
why?
His
Why is he
Instagram messes with him.
Getting pulled
The
over.
police mess with him. Like, it's just, leave that man alone.
Yeah,
I love Boozy.
Yeah,
Boozy's-
big friend of the show.
legend of the show.
So I feel like when we started the show last time, we weren't able to really just like talk.
Yeah.
We had a discussion, a topic, something we needed to get off our chest that allows everyone first to clear the smoke. But I feel like we weren't able to just let everyone know exactly like what's going on here with the podcast.
Yeah, who we are.
What's the purpose, the real purpose of it. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, we're just trying to come on here and play around and just talk and just speak freely, not just have this serious demeanor about certain things.
Our content is very organized and like thought out, and sometimes we just go by the seat of our pants, but for the most part, the direction of the content, and this is just meant to be a little more open platform and just allow us to kind of be a little more free with it. Well, we are Private Selection. This is episode 2 of Private Conversations. To give you guys a little background, we own a very cool store here inside the Dallas Galleria. After a little while, we eventually started creating some content for YouTube and started doing some traveling and just tapping in with other people in the sneaker community and within the culture. And we've created a nice little channel for ourselves. So this was the next step. You guys may have seen it. We did a podcast with Hex. Shout out Hex. And
He literally just texted me.
nice. And after that, he gave us a little offer to come over here to the Optic Audio Network and start doing some podcasts. So that brings us here.
Hex was a big push in the beginning for our YouTube channel.
Like the second episode.
He was like
ever.
our first big person.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And for that, I'm forever thankful.
Yep.
But it's just like, we needed this platform because like there's YouTube channels where people are going there solely just for the information.
Yeah.
And then you have YouTube channels where people come and they fall in love with us as characters. Like, there's people that just love Scotty, love Full Fit Larry, love Master Chef, or just the humbleness and the humility of us three together as brothers. And they want to see more of it in a non-sneaker related way. Now, keep in mind, sneakers are always going to be in the topic of rotation when we talk. Because it's what we do and what we are passionate about. But I feel like that we have so many fans and subscribers that love us in general and our humor. Yeah. And I feel like it's just something that I feel like we're doing this for them.
Yeah.
More importantly, even as human beings, we are pretty layered people.
sharpened.
There's so much more
yeah.
than just sneakers when it comes to us three. There's so much more we have to offer and tell you guys about. We haven't even gotten into things like our car collections and just other things that we do outside of sneakers. So I think this will kind of give us an opportunity to shed light and talk to some people from some other areas of sectors of business that we deal with.
Yeah, we're going to be bringing guests in here. So it's like, and it doesn't even, we're talking, it could be actors, sneaker related people,
Rappers.
athletes. So there's even people that I'm trying to bring on that are on other spectrums. So like even my boy, John, who does shoe designing for different companies. Chris, who can teach you how to run a brand and scale it to a multi-million-dollar, company. there's different things in people I feel like that correlate, that have a lot to say, that I feel like our viewers would like to learn and kind of engage with. People like Logan Allison, you know what I'm saying? Like very interesting, cool people that do service for people and or just things in the world that could inspire our viewers to want to get out there and get it.
Heart Hatter's definitely a solid
Candidate.
one. Yeah.
Heart Hatter.
Can I manifest a bigger one, like a kind of an off the wall sneakerhead? He's not necessarily known for sneakers, but I know that he's into them. Richard Rawlings,
Yeah, we
Gas Monkey here in Dallas.
Yeah, like why is he's 1000% needs to be in this chair one day.
Got to talk to that guy.
For sure. So, you know what's funny? When we were doing the Fat Joe sneaker shopping, did you notice I put the black bands on my wrist?
No.
I had 2 black bands on one wrist. So when every dap in this video, Michael, whenever you edit that, you're just going to see my hand with 2 black bands on it.
I guess since we're on the topic of black bands again,
Yeah.
which is after this, I'm done talking about it. I'll be completely
Super done
I'm
this.
gonna be honest, guys. I'm completely done with it after this. So
I'm going to be honest with you. We're done after
we're done after this. Hear me out, guys. What happened is we were trying to drop this podcast. What day was it?
Monday. We were supposed to fly back from DC,
Yeah.
and we were just finishing SneakerCon, and we were ready to drop.
It literally, we're coming down the elevator to get in the car to go home, and for Michael to give us the green flag to drop it. And Gabe, shout out to my boy Gabe, sent me a DM and was like, "The bands are gray." I clicked the name, and I've never heard of her, but I saw that she does marketing, I guess, or some
she's like
sort of
brand
another
She does like brand deals.
brand deals for Concepts, because Concepts was in her bio.
Annie Morgan. She is the brand and special projects person for Concepts.
Nice. Okay, well, she had posted a picture of some lobsters that looked slightly different from the pair we own,
Mm-hmm.
and they had gray bands.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "I traded my gold for platinum," right?
She said traded in the gold for the platinum.
Which is a lyric.
Yeah.
And again, that's just like with the ... You can take that and you can turn and spin it a million different directions. So without anything being explained, everyone's just assuming now that the new colorway is gray. But what they've seemed to forget is 2 of the last lobsters that have released have came with 2 different band colorways.
Yeah.
And one of the other alternate colors is what?
The gray is always alternate color.
Gray is always
band.
the alternate.
So it's like you can go there's 2 ways. Like, yes, there's still for sure another color band that's going to come with it, in my opinion.
And I'm assuming it's probably gray.
No, another one that's going to come with it besides the gray.
Right,
which
right.
might be black, might be different.
It might be what they say the blue from the mock-up
it
might be.
Could be
Who
the
knows?
blue. But you know what's funny? Speaking of that, okay, I talked to JFG after that. And JFG was messaging me about our podcast. The only reason why he put a blue band on it was because the previous ones had blue bands. He had no information that it was coming with a
Right,
blue
you
band.
just go off of,
Yeah.
okay.
So there's no, that's just so you know, there's no backing to a blue band.
Right,
on that
if
photo.
if you see blue and then you see blue, then more than likely you're going to think that blue is next, right? It's just going to keep going on with the blue bands. The blue's a speculation. The black is confirmation. The white is, or the gray is speculation.
At this point, if it's not black, they changed it. For sure.
Yeah,
100%.
They ran a trophy room
Like
audible.
I know that with a fact. If it's not black, they changed it.
Well, at this point,
Production's done.
I certainly feel that way because it's, you've got Yankee Kicks with black bands. You've got other big dogs out there.
If they don't come with black bands, they changed it.
Yeah.
Production is done. They have black bands.
Because we have production fairs
done.
now. That's why all those people, like, there was probably about 12 booths at SneakerCon
That
filled
happened,
with
yeah.
black band orange lobsters.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things people were saying when that post happened and is being reposted and stuff like that in the comments and in the group chats, that the shoe looked different.
Oh, like the
panels.
The panels
panel,
look
yeah.
different.
I think it's a sample.
But what people don't know is
I think she
that
has a sample.
our shoe matches this exact same shoe that Dion actually wore.
Yeah, the first lobster to ever
Be revealed.
pictured in the wild is the same,
same
as
as ours.
everybody else's, not just ours. Everyone's orange lobsters at this point.
Do you know anything about FNF coming out in those or no?
There supposedly is a friends and family colorway coming, but that's not what
Colorway or
color. colorway. What she has, if anything, she probably has like a look-see sample or something where they were testing out colors on the actual shoe.
Explain what a look-see is to these people who don't know, please.
A look-see sample is a sample of a shoe that's going to be released that's given to the creators, the people that are making it, for them to kind of get a general idea of what it's going to look like.
Okay.
When we were talking to Fat Joe a little while ago about his collection, he mentioned that his collection has a lot of look-see samples. So I was kind of doing a little digging a little while ago, and essentially, I guess it's the prototype. So the panels that are used, the materials that are used are not always accurate to how the production pairs turn out, but it's basically just kind of an early prototype that gives you a general idea of what the shoe is going to
get the model
look like.
up and then figure out where to go from there.
Which is what I have to assume that she has, and she just threw the gray bands on it. I feel like they threw the gray bands on it to not, in my opinion, they're still trying to get a good rollout. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
And like, I feel like if they just went ahead and just put the whatever the other color band is on it, it kind of like lessens the rollout, but instead throw the alternate band on.
Now they've created a whole other, it's
a scottable.
There's a whole game being played. We're playing chess over here, and so it's just kind of this back and forth, because now that completely stirred up a whole other thing when we were already ready to release our statement and our podcast with our stance on the entire situation, and then they throw us a curveball.
I forgot tying it back together. I'm like, where's he going with this? I forgot that we opened it up with coming down the elevator, about to post. That happens. Basically, we felt it was necessary to come in here and talk about round 2 of the lobster and the gray band at hand, and maybe just explain our thoughts on maybe what that shoe is
and where it could have come from. Because I mean, in all reality, green lobster, purple lobster came with gray bands. They're in the concept's office. They have those shoes sitting around. They could have pulled a gray band off and put it on another shoe just to stir this up. You know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day,
this is all I'm going to say.
The more speculation. We'll see what the production pairs look like. And then we can continue.
I've already
from
seen
there.
the production.
Exactly, we already have them.
We'll just use the her title that she used for that song. The other line in that is, "I got a million ways to get it." Mm-hmm. Like, imagine if I would have gone. Imagine if I would have gone and posted on her thing where she said traded in the line for the gold and said, "I got a million ways to get it."
But also in the DMs, Dion said nothing subliminal.
Yeah,
like he'll let you know straight up if this or that.
So there's no point. It's just, it's all in good fun.
It's interesting as we are seeing this growth, how people still try to give us the little bro treatment. And I'm hoping that we break out of there soon. That was the zone that I was in forever with pleasures.
Yeah.
You definitely got I witnessed the little bro treatment, and I hated seeing it happen.
Yeah.
I feel like it's time to talk about that.
It sucks because the love Larry had, it's like when they say don't meet your idols, and then you meet one and you're highly disappointed. It's that's what happened. Even though you didn't know who he was at that moment, but the energy he put off immediately started it with a bad taste.
I believe it translated on camera. Like, you can see it in the episode, even for that brief moment. Mm-hmm. So quick backstory. I used to rock a brand very heavily called Pleasures, and it was arguably my favorite brand. It is a streetwear brand that had kind of a punk rock feel to it. Very edgy graphics sometimes, and just a lot of collaborations with different brands and things that I listened to. So I related to the brand. It had a little punk rock vibe to it, and I related, So representing this brand for a year, maybe 2, and we go to Complex Con last August or September or something like that, about a year ago, and we are looking for the Pleasures Crocs. We're standing in line for the Pleasures Crocs, and I see this tall guy, and he's pretty draped out in Pleasures gear, and he compliments me on my outfit. I was wearing, not even, this is just my outfit of choice regardless. This was not on purpose. This was not planned.
It was a full fit.
Yeah, it was just a full Pleasures fit. Another day in the life. So I walk past this guy, and he says, he's like, "I like your outfit." And I'm like, I recognize that because that's what we say to people when we see people wearing Private Selection stuff, you know? And so I knew he had something more to do with the business. And so I had already been harassing Pleasures since the store opened to give us a wholesale account so we could sell the brand at our store. No one else in Dallas sells the store at the time. There was another store that carried it, but they closed down probably 3 years ago, and so it's been open season. And I've been hitting them up for quite a while, trying to get them to let us carry the brand.
More than just hitting them up, Larry.
I'm
talking
harassing
these
tagging
people.
them.
Get me in touch with your marketing.
What's your famous quote?
Put me in touch with your marketing team. That is the famous Lil Bro quote. Because nobody wants to put me in touch with the marketing team. So we meet him. He gives me a little compliment about the outfit. And I realized this guy's pretty, he's probably pretty high up there. Turns out he was the owner. And so I'm like, look, man, I've been harassing the IG, tagging you guys and all kinds of stuff left and right. What do I need to do to get this brand in my store?
Don't forget the sales reps. We were on the sales reps that are in our region as well, trying to get... We ran into them at Magic. A year later, ran into them at Agenda. We had other sales reps that are best friends with this guy. Let them know, like, yo, these are the guys to carry the brand in Dallas. Like, if you're looking for someone, like, rock with these dudes. And it was just like an act of Congress to get them to really just fuck with us.
Yep. So I explained all of that to him in the moment. I'm like, look, bro, I just want to carry it in the store. Put me in touch with somebody. He's like, look, take my email, hit me up. I'll make sure it happens. So I'm like, cool. We finally made some progress there. I never asked for free clothes. I never asked for a promo code. I never asked for anything other than the ability to sell this brand in my store so that my people can also buy the brand that I have grown to love and appreciate. So I want to say maybe like a month or two goes by before we finally get a link. I had been hitting them up. It took me at least 3 or 4 emails before I finally got a link for us to be able to order the clothes. So if you know anything about wholesale and retail, is you have to order these clothes roughly 6, sometimes 8 months in advance. You're ordering for the previous season. When you order in February, you're ordering clothes that come out in August, so on and so forth. When you're ordering in August, you're ordering clothes for February, March. And so those are the 2 types of links that you can get when you're a retailer. You can get a spring summer link or a fall winter link. So long story short, the third way that you can get a link is what's called an ATS or an at once link. And that's basically everything that's just sitting in their warehouse available for you to purchase immediately. So I'm like, okay, cool. He sent me an ATS link. I'll take this for now, get a little Pleasures, and we'll get it started this way. So
this is the way in.
Yeah, this is the way in. So we place a $5,000 order.
It was a big order.
It was,
on some old shit.
Yeah, good chunk. $5,000 order. We blow through it in maybe a week, 7-10 days or something. It's all gone.
It was gone. It literally disappeared.
So Scott hits me up and he's like, tell Pleasures we need some more already. So I emailed Josh and all those guys again, the sales rep and the owner again, because I'm making sure to keep him looped into this, being CC'd so it doesn't stray away. Man, I could almost just pull these up. I got to finally open the account in January. January 12th, they let me send the at once link. Got the order. Thank you. A month later, I hit him up for a follow-up. And then he said, early to mid next week, we should have a new current ATS that we can send you. And this is before they dropped the Outcast collection. And they said, that's going to be a little further out. Not sure what the stock situation is yet, because I saw they were dropping some stuff. That was 2/11. On exactly 3/11, I hit him up again. He says, what's up? What's happening, Larry? I'm out of the office today. When I get back Monday, I'll connect with the team and get back to you. Have a good weekend. 4/6, another month later. Hey, what's happening, Larry? Hope you're good. Things are a bit hectic at the moment. Give us a sec and we'll get back to you. Thanks.
These guys move quick.
This is the Lil Bro treatment I'm telling you about. So that's 4 months. Keep in mind, this brand drops new product. I'm seeing them drop new product every month. It's dropping left and right. They've got plenty of new stuff. They're just not letting your boy be
dropping everywhere.
They're dropping everywhere. And that's the thing. I would see this link. I'd get an email blast and I'm like, hey, it reminded me every time.
Now, keep in mind, we've done nothing negative to deserve this.
No, not at all.
You've done nothing but just wear the brand. You've influenced every subscriber that follows us to wear the brand. We can't even get the brand, let alone get recognized, but yet we're still trying to be positive about it. You're still repping the clothes. You're still tagging them. You're still letting them know that you're out here while being disrespected. And that's how I put it, disrespected.
This April email, now that I'm seeing the bottom, that was the very first time, that was the very beginning of like Full Fit Larry getting serious.
Getting serious.
When, you know, down to the chonies. And when the lady tried to hit me up, I had the full fit on it at SneakerCon, and I was showing her the full fit, or actually I was showing a whole other group of people the fit, and a lady comes out of nowhere asking if the underwear was Pleasures as well, which it was, and it was kind of a moment. I sent them that link. So now I've got all these people hitting me up even more for Pleasures because I had this viral moment happen at SneakerCon. So I hit them up again. Hey, I've got this thing going viral. I need more Pleasures in the store. These people are asking me for it, and I can't even sell it. So at that point, that was when it got frustrating, when their response was, hey, hope you're good. So at that point, I'm already frustrated.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
They just said, hope you're good. That was it.
Hope you're good. Things are a bit hectic at the moment. Give us a second. We'll get back to you. And this is literally month 3 or 4 in a row that they've been telling me that we'll get back to you. So little bro treatment. At this point, I'm already over it, right? I'm ready to pull all the Pleasures clothes out of my closet. I had well over 100 pieces, pants, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, full fits, socks, underwear, whole 9 yards, pull it all out of my closet, and I pile it up in a pile, right? And it just sat there. So June, perhaps, I let it go, and I just had it sitting out of my closet, just taking space in my bedroom, and it was just extremely unnecessary. But I didn't know what to do, but I was pretty much ready to give up on the brand. So then I start getting tagged one day. Let me figure out what day is this.
I remember when you found this out. The audacity.
Ooh, Monday, April 25th. So this was later in that same month after they just told me, hope you're good. We'll get back to you. 2-3 weeks later, they're posting an ad on Instagram that they're now serving to thousands of people. And the caption to this picture is full fit powered by Pleasures. Now, I don't know where they got the words full fit from, but I'm willing to take a guess. And so obviously our subscribers and the people who follow me and watch me rock this brand left and right, and my Instagram name is Full Fit Larry, and now they're running ads for full fits on their page, but they're telling me, hope you're good. We'll get back to you. Kind of disrespectful, you know? So at this point, now I'm really over it. Now I'm ready to have a fire sale and get rid of all this Pleasures. Because keep in mind, I invested a lot of money into buying these clothes. I invested a lot of time and effort into curating these fits and putting this together and making sure that my subscribers and the people that watch me understand my love for that brand, as well as my pursuit for just the journey of us just trying to get in connection with the marketing team. Like, it's part of the process. So they post all of this, and now our subscribers are going crazy on the post, tagging me and asking why Pleasures didn't get Full Fit Larry for this, you know, launch, this rollout.
They flocked.
Yeah, they flocked. Whenever I first took this screenshot, there it says view all 2 comments. So there was 2 comments on the post at the time, and by the time it was done, there was like 500. So of people not attacking Pleasures, but just asking, why would you not get Full Fit Larry for this campaign? Why would you not have him involved at all at this point? You know, like, what's the deal? At that point, I'm frustrated, but then they reach out to me and, you know, telling me, tell your people to stop attacking us. Here's what they said. Why isn't Full Fit Larry in this ad? Should have gotten Full Fit Larry for this, but okay. This is literally Full Fit Larry's post. Y'all need to get with the program and sponsor that man. Pleasures needs to get a real full fit with Full Fit Larry, and should have gotten Full Fit Larry for this, but SMH.
None of which is attacking.
None of is attacking. It's just the
We're just trying to
reality
help your
of
marketing out.
There you go. There you go. So
You want
these
to make more sales? Have Full Fit Larry shoot this.
they're asking a valid question. And so he hits me up and they're telling me to get my people to stop attacking.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop. Cut it out.
Crazy.
What's the name?
So
What's his name?
then they tried to change the post to full kit by Pleasures. They changed the F to a K.
Off White.
Foff White. Full kit by full kit Larry.
Full kit, real spit.
So, and then they eventually just had to delete the post and it all came down. So a couple weeks later, I have all of this Pleasures. I'm now really ready to sell it. And I have a picture of all these clothes piled up in my bedroom floor. And I post and I let everybody know, hey, I'm ready to sell all my Pleasures fits. Let's get it. So I said, everything must go with the laughing face. Pleasures responds, because of course I tagged them. I tagged the owner. I tagged all of them.
There's an open message now with you guys.
Yeah,
I see it.
My entire feed with Pleasures is just kids tagging me saying them either buying it or wearing it and
Because of you.
tagging because
From the
of me.
influence you have.
Unbelievable amount of people that have done that. Our entire feed is just filled with it. So anyways, I post that and his response to me saying that I wanted to sell all the Pleasures is burn it all. Burn it all. That's what the owner tells me to do. Just burn it.
He's very emotional, I feel like.
It's very punk rock, bro.
So punk rock. So
his hair is just like,
That's emo, Scott.
oh,
yeah.
my bad.
So I let him know. I thought about burning it because I really
that would have been a dope video.
Yeah, I really thought about it, and even Tyler was like, bro, he's like, I only wear Pleasures because you. He's like, I'll burn all that shit on video.
He did. I heard him say that.
Yeah. So
Shout out to Tyler. I love you.
people are down to burn it. Don't get it twisted, Alex.
That's his
So
name.
yeah.
So Larry just addressed him by name.
Cut it out.
Alex.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
So he says, burn it all. And I said, I thought about it, but with all the strides in the fashion industry gearing towards sustainability, it seemed irresponsible. Thanks to me, I've geared thousands of young kids to love your brand, and they will immediately purchase it for me as a sign of solidarity from watching me take proper steps to finally build a relationship with this brand for y'all to just ignore me and then post about full fits. And run an ad, not just a post. They're running an ad with it. Now they're marketing because they know my people are going to see it and buy Full Fits because Full Fit Larry promotes this brand.
What was his response to that?
Yeah, did he respond?
His response was, why have your people attack our IG like that? Not cool.
Cut it out.
I said, attack? ? They asked a valid question. I read y'all 5 comments. Those were not sporadic comments. Those were literally in a row.
Yeah,
and all of those comments all said pretty much the same thing. No one was attacking.
There was no like, fuck you and
No.
nothing like that.
He says, we both run a business here. We started working with you and then this. Unprofessional. This is Alex, by the way. Big friend of the show.
Not a friend.
I said,
He will be here shortly.
I said, started working with me how? You sent me one at once link, and then I've begged for more while I watch y'all drop collection after collection. I said, and that's the frustrating part. I don't ask for free clothes, promo codes, or anything. I asked for the ability to sell your brand in my store, which only helps you, only to have y'all posting about Full Fits blatantly in my face. He says, that's how sales operates when dealing with door count that we have. We turn down most resale stores, but wanted to give you the account. This is, I'm about to get lit right here.
Lit in the pit.
I'm not a resale store. I carry all the same brands as the rest of your doors. And he says, you have clothing in plastic visible on the racks with sneaker resale. Is that inaccurate? I said, no. I have 2 stores in one location. One has one name, the other one is private selection. Either way, it's arguably the highest revenue making and most exciting door you could be in, especially with the way I'm promoting the brand. So leaving me on the back burner as opposed to saying, wow, this guy really pushes our brand. Let's make sure he has the tools he needs to succeed. And he says, it's more than that, and you know this. And I said, no, Alex, it's literally that simple. Are your other doors promoting you organically the way we do? I said, I should be your favorite customer. And he said, and risk losing other doors? I want to make this very, very clear. there are no other doors in Dallas. There is no one around us that sells this brand. No one has it in this town.
Period.
So for him to say he's going to risk other doors by messing with me is almost disrespectful at this point.
Can I talk about this real quick? I've never understood why brands say that. Like that being in a resale store will affect like their other stores that aren't resale stores.
I mean, that's the direction it's going in. So whatever.
But why though? Like, what is the real reason for that?
Because when you're doing resale, you don't actually have a deal with those brands. It's frowned upon because you're not spending that wholesale money directly with the brand. So it's frowned upon because it's almost a cheat code, right? So like if, for example, right now, I could just go to any major retailer that carries this brand and click their sales section and go to their 50% off sales section and buy all the pleasures and then just put it in the store and sell it, which is what I thought about doing a billion times, but I just didn't even waste my time. I didn't even want to give them any more shine after that point. But the point is, you could just go and buy. You don't have to sit here and politic with these brands. They will glorify all these major retailers that they prioritize, these other quote unquote big stores, but then all these big stores, all the pleasures is just on sale for 50% off.
I still don't understand, but I still don't understand why
I'll tell you why.
You can't be in a resale store.
I'll tell you why. So there's people like Jimmy Jazz who has real Nike accounts and they sell Nike.
Yeah.
And they also carry pleasures
Okay.
because it's all wholesale under one roof.
Sure.
We're taking away from that by taking these brands and reselling it. And to him, he doesn't see as if there's a mesh between the two. He thinks it should be one way or the other.
It seems
and
like
not mix it.
It seems like a really old man way of thinking.
It is.
Right. But also what we do is not common yet.
No,
No
we
one's
were
doing it.
Yeah.
Like no one's mixing the retail and resale.
we were certainly on the forefront of doing that, and people don't get it. And so where I find it to be strikingly odd is the fact that Pleasures is a very edgy brand. So like their main logo is the word pleasures, and instead of having quotes, quotation marks, it has a 666 and a yin yang on the other side. So it's like they have a lot of edgy, like graphic type
you would think
stuff.
they'd be on the
They're down to
forefront of
put 666 on a t-shirt, but you're not down to let Full Fit Larry sell your clothes
because it's a resale store.
because I also have two stores in one, and I have a new way of doing things that's clearly running laps around the old traditional brick and mortar way of doing
Let me tell you
business.
something real quick, Larry. And if we were to fast forward like 8 months from now, Pleasures will be in resale stores without a doubt. It's like the people who didn't allow us to open our store in Deep Ellum before we opened in the Galleria because they didn't understand or want that in their new gentrifying
And then
community
fast
they're building.
forward and they're
And
over
then
there.
now they saw us succeed over here. And then they turned around and they allowed other resale stores to move in there because they didn't understand it. And then when they saw us flourish, they're like, oh, this is actually a great idea. And then they went back on their word and allowed other stores like Knowledge and Politics and stuff like that to be within that community now. Now I'm saying this about Pleasures. He's going to say that to us, see what we're doing, understand it, see the direction that it's pushing towards, which is what we do already. And I guarantee you, like 8 months from now, he's gonna have no questions asked. We're gonna be traveling somewhere
And see it.
We're gonna go into a resale stores, and they're gonna be right there.
and see wholesale
Wholesale
pleasures
right there.
inside a
I
resale store.
promise you.
And guess who's not going to buy it? Take
Larry
a guess.
won't buy it.
So
So you sold everything though, right? I mean, I remember you packed it all up. Everybody was buying your shit for the low.
I did. So he says, and risk losing other doors. I said, Alex, that's ridiculous. You have no other doors in Dallas, and everyone loves our YouTube and everything we do. So if you lose another door because of me, I'll buy everything they ordered. He said, thank you for your time here. Maybe donate the clothes to someone who can appreciate it and use it more. It went
Did you
on.
respond?
What's really
I
weird
did.
is
Keep
Howard-
going. I want to know
hold
more.
on. What's weird? Let me break that down. What's weird is that you can tell he's bitter because he said, give to someone who's going to appreciate it. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I was that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Till you,
Yeah, till you made me not.
Till you blatantly disrespected me.
No one
to my
appreciated
face.
it more than me.
Like what you did with that social media campaign and the wording, like that's a slap in the face. Like if anyone, you need to appreciate that somebody who doesn't have an account with you is still willing to push it like it's his own.
Right.
Thank you.
Like what?
Yeah.
So I said,
Emotional. I had to do it from Tyler Creator.
big friend of the show. I told him, you should watch our YouTube. We donate thousands of pairs of sneakers every year to underprivileged kids all around Dallas, and we do a tremendous amount of pro bono and charity work. All my YouTube subscribers see all the amazing work I do, and that's why they'll all ride for me when they see you guys trying to run off with my sauce.
Ooh.
He said, bro, the full fit is from our Italian e-com photo. As in every photo on any e-com retailer. I respect the video, but come on, no slight diss or just pushing both. None of that made any sense, but I read it word for word. I said the worst part, and this is probably this is where his tone changed. This is right over the head.
This is the end.
The worst part is that it took getting here for you to even have a proper conversation with me. I highly suggest you get with your sales team and your marketing team and reevaluate areas y'all might be dropping the ball. Traditional retailers are dying by the day, and I've created the next wave of retailers that will stand atop the mountain for years to come. My business would have helped 10 times more than it could have hurt you. For such an unconventional brand that isn't afraid of bold messaging, I find it insane that your stance on not working with me is because of losing traditional doors on my behalf. And he said, let's keep the conversation going with Josh. Just no need to have your people attack us for you and talk shit. Honestly, you wear the product well.
First of all,
Did you respond?
We don't ever want to talk to Josh.
Yeah.
I don't think we did ever since then. Josh is a hater.
I said, okay, now we're talking, but please stop using the word attack. LOL, come on. And I'm not talking shit, Alex. I'm showing people how I've been treated by your brand, considering the circumstances, and the people are coming to their own conclusions. Like all our subscribers, they watched everything that I did. I haven't said a single thing to talk shit aside from the post to sell my collection. Please try to think about what I'm telling you here. I could be a very valuable asset to your business, but y'all have given me the cold shoulder for like 2 years. You know, and you know you'd feel the same if the tables were turned. He said, business is more than money, but I get it. Dude, you have an army of people, and yes, it was an attack. Delete your last post because that shit is corny. If you want to continue to work, let's hop on a Zoom call like humans and figure it out. No petty shit. I said done, and yes, I can't wait to ask Josh why he has a chip on his shoulder regarding my business partner and I. He used to be our rep for 10 Deep years ago when we were just little employees, and he's watched us grow into what we are today.
Facts.
So what else happened?
It's true.
And so that was it. So we left it there. We were supposed to get on a Zoom call, hash it out.
The Zoom call never happened.
The Zoom call never happened. I did a sale. I made it through 50 pieces the first day, 50 pieces the second day, sold it all out.
And that was basically you washing your hands
and I
saying like, I'm good.
Yeah, and I washed my hands and I moved on. And so that's really the explanation there in terms of how that played out. It is now becoming a situation where the more and more I've put on for these brands, we all have. We've put on for tons of brands and companies that could be very greatly benefiting from the work that we're putting in, but they treat us like we're not qualified because we have a resale store, because we have early pairs or whatever it may be. There's always some excuse as to why they can't mess with us. And as we continue to grow bigger and bigger, it's going to be funny. What is their excuse going to be when we outgrow these businesses that are turning us down now?
They won't. They'll come back.
It's just like what the Migos told me. We set the trends. That's just what it is. And it sucks that these like older people, like, yes, granted, I am older, but I'm not older.
Yeah.
And they just don't understand it. And if they would just listen to us, we could be beneficial. And I will tell you this much. Larry's probably the bigger man about it because he sold the pleasures to our subscribers, and he didn't tell anyone not to wear it. You guys can still wear the brand. It doesn't bother us.
I actually tell any time now that kids say, man, what do I do with this? I'm like, bro, rock it proudly and help them remember.
Right.
When they left Full Fit Larry in the dust.
So even with the bad taste, we're not bad people.
No.
People have been dying for this explanation, so that's kind of why we're here telling it. But it's not like we want to get on here and bash them. We still have not yet said one negative thing.
You should send this whole podcast to Alex.
I'm going to. But the intention is not to bash, but it's just like, hopefully you guys can look at it from a business perspective. For anyone who's been watching us and what we do and the way we've put on for other people and other brands and other businesses,
That's what we do.
For them to turn around and have that type of attitude towards me, do y'all feel like that was fair or warranted, or that was the way that y'all wanted the story to end? Like, it could have been like, we did a collab. We could have done, I mean, it could have been a big deal.
Or it could have gone really bad and they could have really attacked y'all and said some really mean things.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They knew how passionate you were about it. And we've talked about how we've wanted the brand in the store. So they're just pushing the narrative to get it in the store.
Right.
Yeah.
And let it just grow within these walls that we've created. And no one's going to showcase the brand in the city better than us.
Right.
Nope.
From us to our clientele.
And now they can just continue to not be in Dallas, because I'm sure that's a very, very helpful to their bottom line at the end of
Dallas
the
is
day.
a very prominent city to be
Yeah.
in. Like, you want to be here
Yes.
as a brand.
Yes.
So
It's a big market.
if you're a major brand and you're watching this, please don't wait until it's too late.
Don't wait.
Don't wait until it's too late. Stop making excuses of why you can't work with us. We're literally here to help and be a vessel for spreading a message and securing consumer trust. You know what I mean? Yeah. People were willing to buy pleasures because I was willing to buy pleasures. And that says a lot. You can pay an influencer to say, hey, I like this brand. I'm wearing this brand. And it's like, people can see right through it.
Yeah.
I was actually on the topic of that with somebody. I think it was Michael, the term influencer. It really grinds my gears because I don't believe of a thing. I don't believe there's such of a thing as an influencer. I feel like there's people invest into people that they look up to, and then they're naturally an influencer because of just how they carry themselves, influences others. But as a job title, it doesn't make sense to me.
So check this out. 2 days ago, we had a meeting with Nesquik. Shout out to Michaela, big friend of the show. And Michaela was like, I don't call you guys influencers. I call you opinion leaders. And I thought that was really cool because that's more of what it is. We are here to give you our opinion on a product. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be good. Even if we don't like it, we still kind of give it we'll don't
find
ever
the good out of it.
Yes, we'll never
bash.
Yes. And so the fact that she called us opinion leaders, I really like that name.
What about Alan? What did Alan call us, Ian? When we first met him and had the meeting with him before we landed the deal.
Something of the sneaker community.
Yeah, it was like
sneaker enthusiasts. Was that what it was?
Could be.
Anyways, at the end of the day, guys, we're just highlighters.
I just had like a picture of just like a yellow highlighter. Yeah. Just we're highlighters.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're just here to highlight what we find interesting and what we like. Yeah. And if we don't like it, like Larry said, we don't bash it.
No.
Because that might be something someone else likes. So it's like, even though I don't like it, I don't like some of the stuff some of the brands Larry wears, but I'm not going to dog him for the brands. It's just not my style. Yeah. But there's a handful of people that follow us that love all the brands Larry wears. So it's just, to each his own. If that's your opinion.
There are. I love when people talk trash about my outfits on the internet. It makes me laugh. Especially when you look at the people behind who are saying it, and I'm just like, bro, what made you qualified
to say that? You have the audacity.
Yeah,
like why?
And it's like literally some of the worst dressed people you could ever. It's like, bro, what made you
the internet
pick up your phone and type those words?
Yes, like I want to send this to your mom and let her know that that's how you talk about people you've never met before on the internet.
So I posted. Speaking of that, that's so weird they said that. So yesterday on my IG. I posted on my story and I put, imagine not liking someone you've never met. That shit's just so weird to me.
Yeah.
It
is weird.
It's very weird. Like, it's weird. You don't like me? Like, why?
Why?
And then the fact you got to tell me you don't like me, like, you're weird.
In a public forum in front of everyone?
Like, what did I do?
I don't even know you.
What did I do to you?
PS knows for sure.
Bro.
Yeah.
PS knows.
PS knows.
And it's just very strange. And the internet's a very cruel place.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you that the more criticism that we've been facing lately with the black band situation and just all of the controversies surrounding a lot of the shoes that we get, it makes me want to stray away on the personal side on the internet because people have to understand we don't have to do this. We could just stay in our store all day and just live a great life and do great. We don't have to be publicly in front of you. We could be hidden in behind the scenes and no one could ever know who owned Private Selection, and we could just lay low key and chill.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, we do all of this because it's for you. This is what we're passionate about. This is what we really do. This is what we want to do.
I don't make money off YouTube.
We don't make money off YouTube.
We
lose money on YouTube. Then we lose more money when we do the scavenger hunt.
Like we just do.
We
lose more money when we buy early shoes.
Then we lost more money when we bought all this equipment for this podcast. Like,
we're not in the positives.
Yeah.
It's an investment, to just be able to, what's the word I want to say when I want to shine bright?
Highlight
Would be, I just want to be able to share what we have with everybody. I want everyone to understand and see and know and get insight so that they can either do what they're passionate about because we help drive them to do that, or start a business or anything of that matter. That's the only reason why I do that. I'm giving you tools.
Yeah.
And it's sad that there's people out there that just want to tear you down.
So, moral of the story, guys, if you own a brand and you see somebody out there putting on for you, show those people love back. They're literally spending their hard-earned money with you just to show you love. Give them a little, what does it hurt to like repost on your story? Does it cost you anything? No, just give them that little acknowledgement and make them feel like their money is well spent. But if you turn around and do exactly what you did to me, it's just going to rub people the wrong way. That's certainly not a way to do business. And I would hate to see somebody make that mistake later. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about how many people missed their blessing because God put somebody in their life,
right,
and they treated them like shit,
right,
and then you missed out on what could have been. And and I was thinking about that the other day. So
that's real.
I think that's the ultimate story. The ultimate lesson here is, man, treat everybody with respect and kindness.
Because if not, you're gonna get aired out.
Absolutely.
Because in all reality, people are gonna look at Alex differently now.
Yeah,
but he did it to himself.
Yeah, I just don't even feel bad
But
anymore.
I still love you, Alex.
It took me. It was like a breakup. Like I thought about it for like 2-3 weeks. Like I couldn't get over that I had to like break up with this brand and
still
not
got
wear
love
it.
for him.
It's a big part of my identity. That's another big part, is these clothes are how people express themselves. It is part of their identity. So that brand was a part of me and my identity. And so for me to have to shed that and then also lose 100 pieces worth of outfits out of my closet that I then had to go and replace.
What did you buy with the money? I remember. Capital. Right?
I've spent it all on Capital and needles, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. I like these Capital fits way better.
Yeah.
That's how I am though. I wear the vintage jerseys. I wear the vintage rap tees, and then I have my picture tees from Supreme from back in the day. Like that's what people know me from.
So I'm sticking with the Japanese Americana brands, Japanese needles, Capital, Human Made. I'm sticking there, and to be honest, I'm getting, like I told you guys earlier, I'm getting to a point where it's like, because of the way people are treating us, like this prime example, it's like it makes me not want to wear any brands or represent for anybody but myself.
We're about to only wear Private Selection.
I'm about to only wear Private Selection.
And our employees' brands downstairs too.
Sure. Yeah, actually.
Instincts, Blank Faces, you name it.
Florida Lee.
Top Ridge Mac, Florida Lee. Like,
yeah.
I'm in it to win it with my guys.
Yep. That's
At
it.
the end of the day. And also, guys, we appreciate you backing Larry up on that comment of the Pleasures post.
Absolutely. That was the first moment, and a lot of guys were DMing me that night too, and they were like, man, the full fit Larry, the full fit army's going strong. And that was a day where I felt like, okay, we got some people behind us, man, that are willing to ride for us. The people who really see the work that we're putting in, the way we treat people and the way we do business. And so I'm all about symbiotic relationships and treating people the way you want to be treated. And that's just never how I would do business. So lesson learned for all you guys. Hope that kind of clarifies the update on the gray band situation, as well as what happened with Full Fit Larry and Pleasures. So,
And also, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, we got the Fat Joe episode coming up. So.
ooh.
And let them know where they can find this podcast.
This podcast is available on Spotify and any
Apple Podcasts.
correct any
And YouTube.
Major platform.
any platform that podcasts.
I believe
are available.
Mikey's getting all the clearances for everything else as well. Okay, so Mikey says we're cleared.
Whatever platform you use, whether
Right.
it's Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, go in there and give us a review, hopefully good, and leave us some feedback in there so that we can climb these charts. Obviously, the podcast world is growing at a rapid rate, and we want to make sure that we have our space in there. Our goal here is to really carve out a platform, not necessarily just for sneakers, because we want to talk about way more than that. But in a sense, this is still going to be a community for sneakerheads to come to get a different insight into other things as well as the sneakers. So,
Also, though, in the comments, tell me who to bring.
yeah, what guests would you guys like
Who
to
do
see?
y'all want to sit down with us and talk? I'll bring whoever.
Yeah,
I don't care.
run it,
Yeah, except for that Nate guy,
Nate guy.
Nate.
the one who got banned from everything.
Permanently banned?
Permanently banned.
Yeah, permanently banned. What's his name? Nate, right?
The guy he
from
lives in another
overseas.
country.
The guy from
Andrew
overseas.
Tate.
Oh,
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Except Tate. We're not bringing Tate on.
Nah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, we appreciate it. Again, we're going to try to be doing these things weekly. So hopefully in the following week, you'll be seeing it as well as some guests on here. But we do appreciate everything you guys do. Please like, review, share, let the world know, man.
Thank you guys.
Love
We'll see
y'all.
y'all next time.